Okay, so I decided to do a who or which signs of the zodiac would survive a horror movie. Why? Because it's appropriate for my new facial stitches that I have, and I don't really feel like doing anything else that doesn't go with it. I don't know if anyone else has had this idea. I kind of hope not. I thought it was pretty unique, but oh well. I guess mine is basically it'd be about more like who you would want with you in a horror movie, I guess, rather than would you survive it or not, but you could take it that way. Okay, let's start with Aries, obviously, because the first. Okay, with them, let's say you get to the movie, they're not gonna be the first ones on edge, the first ones to notice that, anything's going on or anything. They're gonna be like, yay, we're out in the cabin, and we're doing exercises and getting to swim and shit, and it's great. And okay, but let's say the monster barges in of the movie. They're gonna be the first ones to be like, what the fuck, and just start fighting them, and they go straight forward because they're Aries. They're ruled by Mars, the god of war. So they're not gonna be that Aries don't fear they don't show fear a lot, but they're gonna be the ones to immediately go on the offense, and you would want them with you, the soldier of the zodiac. They may not last long in the movie, I don't know, but they probably will. They would probably get to be maybe the part right before the end and someone else survives it, but that's probably only because they're doing all the fighting and they get beat up so bad by that point that they don't make it. But okay, Taurus, they're kind of the same way. They would do well in the war also, but they would be more like, okay, let's not split up and let's do this and that, or oh, look at that creepy abandoned shed back there that we saw glowing red eyes in there, and everybody's like, don't go near that, and they're like, I'm just gonna check it out, I'm sure there's nothing wrong. They're gonna be the first ones to not freak out. They'll just they'll deal with it. So yeah, if there was a monster, they would calmly go for the shotgun and try to blow them away. But they wouldn't necessarily, they probably wouldn't make it to the end either, because you know how that usually goes in movies. The first one to go down the dark alley to see what's up there, they're not gonna, make it. Gemini would be the comedy relief. Definitely. They'd be like, what the fuck are you thinking? Going down there. They would not be the fighters. They would not necessarily be the runners either, the ones that would just speed off and leave you to get eaten by zombies. They would probably go get help or something and bring it back. They're gonna be that cruel usually, but they're not gonna be the ultimate fighter or anything, so you wouldn't want that. Also, comedy relief usually don't survive movies like that. Cancer. Cancer would, the thing with them is let's say there's an army of zombies. Okay, they're gonna be like, oh my god, this is horrible. They're gonna be the ones freaking out the most, absolutely terrified. The ones that didn't want to go there in the first place, to the cabin in the woods or whatever it was, they would be the timid ones and kind of the smart ones, because they're not going to make the mistake of, oh, I just heard something, I'm going to get in the shower alone and all that. That would happen. That wouldn't happen with them. They would bring their own survival gear and that stuff, but they would definitely come to the rescue of the others. They would say they wouldn't, but they would. They're the type that, like, they would be like, oh, this is worthless, like, let's just end it now, we're never gonna get through this horde of zombies. But yeah, they have, like, the shotgun, and they're, like, closing their eyes, like, oh my god, we're all gonna die, and they're, like, blowing away zombies at the same time. It's like, they've already given up inside their mind, but they really haven't. They will keep fighting, like, till the end, because that's just how they are. They're a cardinal sign. So, yeah, there's a chance they could survive till the end. Probably not, because the timid ones usually don't, but I would say I have more of a chance so far than the others. Leo. Ooh. Leo's gonna be, well, I would say in a movie, if it was a girl, then she's gonna be probably the queen bee of the movie, the one that's like, oh, I'm gonna dare this other chick to, I don't know, go jump in a lake or something, and like, she won't be the first to get killed, but most likely later. If it's a guy, then it'll either be the extremely pompous, like, what do you call it, like, alpha male, or the more, like, laid back, like, cool dude, like, you know, like, I didn't even want to be here, like, you know, I don't know, like, that kind of thing. They would definitely be likely to survive to the end. Definitely, because everyone likes, they tend to like that character, and the one that doesn't, not too excessive anything, not too scared, not too fighty, not too calm, not too stupid, not too anything else. Unless they're the queen bee or the alpha male type, then they'll get killed, like, almost immediately, but, so good chance for that. It's just the female Leo types in those movies usually aren't that type, because horror movies don't, you know, don't portray females in a smart light, almost never, anyways. Virgo. Virgo would be the crazy one that has, like, all the hoarded rations and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, there's bugs in this cabin. Like, and they would be saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, and they're the ones that everybody else is going to think is totally nuts until the shit hits the fan. And then they'll be like, I have this secret book and I know what to do and everything. They're not going to be the ones to rescue you. Like, at all. They're going to hunker down in their shelter or whatever. Because they're like, well, I was smart. You weren't, so, like, I deserve to live. But, this is just how they are. But, you know, they don't tend to survive the movies either. Because, I don't know, in the movies it's always because they end up, like, either coming up and trying to save them and they get killed in the process, like, you did a good deed, we're going to punish you, or you were too selfish, you didn't save the others, we're also going to punish you. So they wouldn't have that much of a chance either. But still, maybe. Depends on the movie. Libra. Okay, Libra is gonna be like the guy or the girls, not really in the background, but kinda in the background. Like the ones that are kinda getting along with everybody and they're like, it's bugs and everything, like it's scary, but they're not gonna, like, they don't freak out a whole bunch, they're not gonna do any of the fighting, they're like, you know, I wanted to go glamping and you took me here instead, and like, I don't think we should split up either, like, I'm not stupid, but they're not gonna be too actively involved in the killing of monsters. They'll probably be killed around second or third, so it depends on how many people were in it. But they'll definitely get killed. I'm sorry, Libra. It's just the way horror movies work. Scorpio. Scorpio, this is gonna sound bad, but they're probably gonna be the ones that, like, you kind of suspect something bad from them, or you slowly grow to trust them in the movie, and then they turn out, like, being a secret bad guy, or, end up helping the bad guy, or pretend like they're gonna save everybody, and then at the end, they're like, you know, it turns out that I'm just gonna, like, turn around and leave, and, leave you to get eaten, basically. They're not, like, you would think they would rescue people because they're so committed, but in a horror movie, that's just not gonna happen, unless it's their baby or something. And then they'll probably sacrifice anyone else. Yeah, that's the thing, they would sacrifice anyone's for whatever was important to them, whether it was their baby's life, or their life, or whatever in the horror movie. I'm not saying that doesn't really apply to real life, because it kind of does, but I'm not really going to take this too seriously. So that's what would happen with them. Sagittarius. You're going to be the first to die. I'm sorry. You're so positive and happy-go-lucky, and you're always, like, looking for the greatest new adventure and everything, and in a horror movie, that's just gonna get you killed. Also, you tend to have a lot of bad partners, and everyone knows that you can't do that in a horror movie. So you're probably gonna be, like, the first to die, whether you're male or female. Well, you could be the first female or the first guy, but Libra male would probably be the first guy to die, and then you'd be second or so, I don't know. But, female, you'd probably be first. Sorry. Not in real life, because in real life you have so much luck, you'd probably be the only one to make it. But, you know, this is movies. Capricorn. Oh my gosh, Capricorn. Capricorn, you're probably gonna be like the parents in the movie, or the old guy that tried to kill the monster at one point, or the sheriff of the town that no one believed him that there was a monster or something, and he's gonna come back and he's like, I knew there was this monster, and now I'm gonna take care of it, or something. It's like, the really, really smart one that, like, doesn't show their smarts till the end. Maybe even the main character. Especially if it's a girl, for some reason. Like, because they're not frivolous or frolicky or anything that can get you killed in a movie. And they don't have, like, comedy relief aspect of, like, Gemini. They're more cold, sarcastic-y sense of humor. So, you're very likely to survive, unless you're over 40, then you're probably gonna die. Probably. Or at least get horribly wounded, and they'll think you're dead until, like, you come back alive in the ambulance or something. Or you could be the villain if you wanted to. Like, they could make really good villains too. So Capricorn, like, very good chance of surviving. Capricorn. I don't know why I have such trouble with order today. Aquarius. Oh man. Oh, they're hard. Would they run off and leave you? Probably. But not if there was any way they could stop it. Like, they're so calm and collected and everything about them. They wouldn't even freak out until... Well, not through the whole movie. There's gonna be no freak out moments for them. At all. They'll just be like, oh wow, it's a zombie. You know what? I prepared for this. I got a zombie kit in my truck and there's a person dying, but I think I can save them. So, like, I'm gonna go over there and shoot the zombies and take care of it. But if it's too late for the person, they're like, no, I won't survive it. The chances aren't good enough. So we'll just let her die. But they don't, like, connect with the audience that well. So they may be, like, the second person to survive or the next to last person to live. They won't be, like, the main person. But they'll probably make it pretty far. You know, if not till the end. If they don't let a whole bunch of people get killed, because then you end up dying almost definitely. Pisces, okay, you're weird. Well, I mean, okay, the thing about Pisces, they'll be great with everyone the whole time. They'd be perfect, they'd be the ones to not get any fights, they'd be the ones to, you know, they're not gonna make it worse. They may make stupid decisions, but it's kind of rare. They'll either be like the person that runs out in the woods alone and is like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I, you know, made it out here and now I'm gonna get chopped up or something. But they probably won't be that way. It's more like, they stay totally calm until, let's say, like, they were on the walk in the woods and everything, and there's the monster from a lagoon or something, and let's say they're getting attacked with a friend or something, and they're like they're scared, but they're like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna die now. Like, they don't have that much willpower. Until, let's say, they had a little puppy, and the monster was going after the puppy, and, like, then they're like, the puppy, you know, and then they'll pick up a stick and whack the monster to death. But till then, they didn't have any willpower to save their own life. Possibly not even their friends either. But it's like, any underdog, they'll be like, needs to be taken care of, that problem. So, yeah, they'd be likely to make it, as long as there was someone else with them around that they needed to save. So, Leo, Capricorn, possibly Cancer, Gemini, if they really want the comedy relief to make it to the end, Capricorn, and Pisces, you have the best chances of winning. I mean, surviving. The people you'd want around you would be Aries and Taurus and Virgo, because they're going to have all the information, and you can steal it off them after they're dead, you know, and then, like, win, because you're the Leo, and, like, you can just take everything from everybody else and always win. So I'm going to predict maybe one Pisces that stood in the background that found out alive, one Leo male makes it to the end, the main character, and a Cancer female, maybe, or Capricorn female. If it's a good one. If it's one of those crappy ones where only one makes it, it's probably going to be the Leo. Yep. Okay, so, hope that was kind of fun. Hope that you can think about these things and try to pick out the different signs in the movies. I like to do that, but that may be boring to you. It's probably just because I'm obsessed, but have a good day.